Good morning, you sexy self-storage nerds. You. I know what you're thinking if you're watching this. If you're listening to this, I don't know what you're thinking. Wow, Dean, you look a bit tired. That is because I was up drinking with my mum and dad. Yes, I'm that guy. Until about 1 a.m. Honestly, about 1 a.m. I don't know what. I really, really appreciate. I think anybody out there listening, if you still can call your mum and dad, I think we are so, so lucky. And I just want to appreciate every single second. And I kept looking at the time thinking, okay, that's a bottle of wine gone. And now we're on the Contro. Look at the time. Yes, Contro. And I'm like, look at the time. I'm like, yeah, but how many times am I going to be able to do this? And so I just sat back. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, right. So today we're talking about my week in numbers, the good, the bad, the indifferent. And it was a slow week at Stormore HQ last week. And we go through each individual site. And then, yeah, next tomorrow we'll do another podcast and another. Every single day we've got a podcast all through this week. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you go across to MrSelfStorage.com, the newsletter, and we will be there. We will be there. Do you know what? We will be there. I was thinking about something else then. I was thinking about talking about something else, and that's why I said we will be there. What I was thinking about was tomorrow I'm going to announce a massive sponsorship deal that we have done with a certain company, and I'm really, really excited because this company I have been a massive advocate for well, since before they started. Before they started, the guy who started it had a conversation with me before. Do you think it's a good idea? What do you think about the costing? And yeah, we had an awesome conversation, like 3 hours, and so it was really, 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 really good. And so I can't wait to tell you all that in the newsletter tomorrow and maybe on the podcast. I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow's episode is yet. Anyway, right, the week in numbers. I'm going to take a swig of tea. 104 quotes last week, so less than we normally have. So it's a little bit worrying, but not a lot. It's a small sample size. And don't forget, we are the back end of January, early February. Overall was plus 570 square foot for the week, which I think is amazing. At this time of year, plus square foot is brilliant. That cannot be underestimated. So really, really happy there. Reservations so far for the week was 25. So far for the week, reservations for last week was 25. Reservations quote conversion rate from quotes to reservation is 24%. Move-ins is 26%. So that's a 25% conversion rate from quotes to move-ins. Right. We talk about analytics next. Excuse me. So we had 269 new website visitors last week. Last week, 104 quotes. So we think of things as a funnel. I talk about this all the time. And when you get so many, if you get 100 website visitors, you want 20% of those to get a quote. So last week we got 269 website visitors, 104 got quotes. That's 39%. So we're above the aim there. So we know, even though the website looks absolutely ugly, I think at the minute, it's doing its job. Until it passes under 20%, then you think, do you know what? We need to change something. So at the minute, it's doing its job. 25 reservations for the week. So that's a 24% conversion rate. So from quotes, 104 quotes, 25 reservations, it's 24%. We want 25%. So it's a little bit lower than where we want to be, but it's not too far off. I think 25%, by the way, is a bare minimum. We want to be really hitting like 30%. So overall, the funnel, so you look at website visitors to actual people reserving, you want 5%. So if you get 100 visitors to your website, you want 5% of those to be getting a reservation. And at the minute, 5% of ours reserved. So that's pretty good. Right, on to money. 51,100 was taken. Glasgow took 2,300. Mansfield took 6,500. Wrexham took 5,400. Clough Road took 8,600. Beverley took 5,000. Willoughby took 22,800. So a good week. Anything over 50,000, that's where I want to be aiming for at the minute. Right. Who did most reservations? Jack was on holiday for 2 days, I think, this week. And he still was the top reserver. He got 7 bookings. Angela got 4. Charlene got 3. James got 3. And online was 7. Claire got 1 as well. Online was 7. That is really good. So that means how much percent of our bookings booked online? 28% of our bookings booked online. So that's really, really good. Oh, I just got a text from my friend Paul Fahey. Uh, yeah, he's a Man City fan, just like me. He just said, "Are you traumatized?" Yes, Paul, I am traumatized. Yeah, oh, Man City yesterday. Oh my God. Anyway, on to Willoughby. Willoughby, 25 quotes, 7 reservations, 9 move-ins. So we got a conversion rate of 36% quotes to move-ins, and quotes to reservations was 28%. We moved in 890 square foot and we moved out 475. So again, really, really good numbers there. Really, really happy with that. So we 415 square foot up. I think if you're up this time of year, you cannot complain. We're really, really happy with that. Um, we've got 12 internal rooms moved in, 8 internal rooms moved out. So that means it's 355 occupied. 1 container moved in. We've got 46 containers rented out. Right. If you told me the start of February, I'd be 80.86% full at Willoughby, I'd be like, take it all day long. I think that's wonderful. £4,000 average insurance sold this week. That needs to be a little bit higher. And next week is going to be a good week as well. We've got 5 move-ins for 465. We've got 2 move-outs for 130. So really, really happy with Willoughby there. Quotes at Cliff Road, 24 quotes, 8 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 33%, which is really, really good, especially for Cliff Road. 7 move-ins, so that's a conversion rate of 29%. 835 moved in, 625 moved out, 210 net square foot. Really happy there. Excuse me. 6,700 average insurance. We've got 1 move in next week, 50 square foot, and 1 move out for 100 square foot. Beverly, 13 quotes. That's actually quite good for Beverly. 2 move ins, 2 reservations. That's a 15% conversion rate. And don't forget, we haven't got many. We've only got 2 unit sizes available at Beverly. So that's why the conversion rate will be lower. 100 square foot moved in, 460 square foot moved out. So we're down 360. 82 external rooms occupied, 85% full, and average insurance was £5,000. Next week, we've got 285 moving in, 320 moving out. So that's 2 containers moving out. Looks like 12 quotes for Wrexham, 3 reservations. So that's a 25% conversion rate. Just 1 moving. So that's an 8% conversion rate. 210 moved in, 570 moved out. What? So we're net result 360 down. We've lost a lot of square foot recently at Wrexham, I've noticed. And we built some more units, so we better fill them. Average insurance, £5,000. Only 1 move in due this next week for 25 square foot and 335 square foot due to move out. So we're going to be over 300 square foot down again, according to the figures, at Wrexham next week. Mansfield, 27 quotes, 5 reservations. That is 19% conversion rate if we round it up. 5 move-ins, so that's 19% conversion rate. We moved in 770. We moved out 425. So that's a net result of 345. Total internal rooms occupied 195. 28 containers rented out. And we're 83% occupied. 5,800 was the average insurance. And next week, we've got 1 move in for 100 square foot and 2 move outs for 175. Glasgow. We've stopped all ads at Glasgow at the minute because we don't know what to do. Do we do the phase 2 or do we wait for the council to say we can carry on? Or what do we do? So we've cancelled ads because we're 95% full. I think we've got 1 unit available at the minute or something like that. Or 2 units. I don't know. Not very many anyway. So we had 3 quotes last week. We had no reservations, 2 move-ins, and that's a conversion rate of quotes to move-ins of 67%. We moved in 480 square foot because 1 guy took 2 containers and moved out 160. So we're 320 up. 45 containers rented. Yes, we've got 2 free. Sorry, having a swig of my tea. 95.74% occupied. £7,000 was the average insurance, and we've got no move-ins this week and 1 move out. By the way, I ran 1 mile last week with my back. 1 mile, and I'm 18 this morning. I'm 18. So this week, I'm hoping to run 1 mile a day. If I can do that, I'll be happy. Why? Because it's progression. For those of you who don't know, I try to run like 25 to 30 miles a week and go to gym and all that good stuff, and I can't, and I'm getting fat. And yeah, last month was the first month in over 3 years where I didn't do an average of 15,000 steps, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart. Honestly, I couldn't walk very much from my back. So that was last month. I'm hoping to get back on it this month. Last week I did an average steps of 10,090. That's definitely an upgrade. Hopefully I can hit 15,000 steps this week. I don't want to overdo it too much because I'm not supposed to run all February, but I thought, to hell with you, I'm going to run. So my next week's goals, I always put this at the bottom of my newsletter, is 15,000 steps average and run 7 miles. Come on, Booty, we can do it. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow when we got another episode coming your way. All right. Ta-ra.